You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo?
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Robbing biological urges.
You crazy son of a bitch. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Where are your parents? Kid's sketchy. Back to you guys.
Welcome to episode 121.
121.
120 is not even out yet. This is 121 of Jim and James Chew the Cud.
And it's a big number, like our Podbean downloads.
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. Thank you for everyone. Do feel free to get in touch.
I mean, it's like Impractical Jokers. It's a TV show. That's got about 2,000 and like 900 subscribers.
Yeah.
We've got 17 subscribers and almost 6,000 listens.
Which is fantastic.
You know, in a month's time. This will be like
a Spotify exclusive.
10,000.
It'll be a Spotify exclusive by that point. Obviously, that voice there, that's James Kerr. Man, used to be known as Mr. Lover for his, obviously, romantic inclined ways, until that one passionate night of anal sex with a girl with cerebral palsy. Now he's known as Mr.
It's a shame viewers can't see your face, or listeners can't see your face, because it's just, you said it, you're like a child. I'm gonna see what I can say, and then with pride after you said it.
I think I'm going to bleep it. I think I'm going to have to bleep that one. Do you think it's too soon to make Beirut jokes, or should we wait for the dust to settle?
I think we should wait for the dust. Oh, I see what you've done there.
Thank you.
I must admit, I might just posting on Facebook like a thing about how many of the deaths in Beirut are going to be related to COVID.
Yeah.
So I just replied, it's too soon. Let's wait for the dust to settle. So.
Well, excellent.
Yeah.
Have you seen there's jobs going there offering to clean up Beirut, like port area? The day rate isn't very good, but the night rate is excellent.
Oh, that's very good. I imagine, of course, if you're a farmer, you can get some, get some.
Yeah, the tomatoes next year are going to be fantastic, aren't they?
Have you seen a map of basically if that explosion was put onto London as basically centre of London be like ground zero?
Yeah.
And it goes out into like Essex. The radius is huge.
Wow.
You could have felt it.
You've seen the video of the bride being filmed when the bomb goes off?
I've seen one.
Or the explosion. Sorry. It wasn't an act of terror. They told us.
I've seen a video of basically as a family watching it from their flat, and there's a little kid at the window, and they're all sitting there like basically watching the smoke. So there was a fire beforehand.
Yeah.
So watching the smoke, and then all just suddenly the window just flies in, knocks his kid flying, and there's also the dad on the sofa holding two babies. But you would have thought you would have maybe gone into a different room away from the windows. He was a good old blitz spirit to educate yourselves.
Yeah, unless you're going to put some sellotape over the windows, stay away from them. Really,
yeah.
That's key advice. So the explosion was huge, wasn't it? In Beirut, it's caused upwards of £5 worth of damage. That joke's not really fair because they don't use pound sterling.
Yeah.
They now use in Bitcoin.
Fuck's sake.
In lighter news, they're still investigating that Madeleine McCann allotment. They actually think that she might still be alive, albeit in a vegetative state.
That does need a little drum roll at the end of that.
That's fine. I can do that. That's not a problem. Just say we are recording again outside. It's slightly drizzling, and there is someone again mowing their lawn. There's not really a filter for that on Audacity. So, 25% of British toddlers know how to use an iPad. Shocking news. Not as shocking. Well, actually, it's probably less surprising to find out that actually 100% of Chinese babies know how to make them.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. But that is actually true about the 25% of British children, or British toddlers rather.
I've seen. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen them just buy apps and stuff and buy.
Where are you seeing these toddlers?
In the news. It's the parents who basically let their iPad babysit their child, and the child spends kind of £10,000 on kind of coins for a game.
That
And
is
her parents
true,
was like, how did this happen? Just set a fucking password. Madness.
Madness, absolute madness. Wasn't like that when we were younger.
Yeah, someone recently, he was he'd spent, I think it was like £25,000 of his parents' money, and he was 18.
18, he was furious.
On basically spending it on Twitch stuff. So I mean, he doesn't even get stuff from it. He was supposed to be giving money to kind of
Just donating
Twitch.
it.
Yeah, donate, just kind of giving him tips and
That's-
things.
If
It's not
they,
sharing
if
the
they had
wealth.
25 grand just sitting there,
It was for their house they were buying.
okay.
Yeah, so his mum wasn't best pleased.
Did they get it? Did they get the money back?
No,
They didn't.
don't think so.
Oh,
At least
well,
not at
that's-
that point. They might have done in the future.
So they're now homeless. It's a real shame. Do you want to spin the wheel for whatever today's subject might be?
Yeah. Have we got any kind of? We can tell listeners, the options we've got,
options.
or haven't we worked out the other ones?
We can try. Top 10, top 5 hardest. Let's not go for a top 10. I don't think we've ever finished a top 5 yet, have we?
Top 30
5,
lists.
Yeah, top 5 lists. Top 5 Augusts in the Pirelli calendar.
Oh, that's a good one.
Top 5
episodes of Baywatch.
episodes of Baywatch. Top 5 hardest decisions. Top 5 conspiracy theories.
And moments you've used food in sex.
And top 5 times you've used food in sex. So do you want to spin that wheel?
No, you can.
I'll do it this time.
No, I'll do it.
Okay, fine. Go on then.
Luckily, it's really close.
It is really close
But
this
it's
time.
just
isn't
slightly
it?
out of reach. I've got to move my chair. Oh, that's it. Oh, it's quite stiff today.
Yes. Well, it hasn't been used for a while, has it?
No.
Do you want to spin the wheel though?
Yeah, it's still spinning.
It is still spinning because of the sound effect.
It was
last.
a good stiff kind of pull.
Yeah.
But it's kind of.
It was a sort of jerk and pull motion, wasn't it?
But it's
It
like
was all in the knees.
jerk and toss. It's like
Yeah.
like a frisbee.
I like the little.
And it's still spinning.
I like the. I like the little twist in the hips you do when you do it. That was excellent. So, it stopped on top 5 hardest decisions.
Shall we go? Should we do that?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I mean that could be our number 5. You know, we could just spend 10 minutes discussing.
Hardest.
Should we go with
Well,
this
to
option
be
or have
fair,
another one?
We struggle enough to get through a top 5 anyway.
I
Top 5 hardest decisions. Going,
usually we
what's
don't.
Number 5.
But last week we did basically 2 separate top
Yeah,
5s,
and we got to
and
about
didn't
4
finish
in
either
total.
of them.
But yeah, so that's so top 5 hardest decisions.
Yeah. Well, so I think there was a time where I was at my grand's house.
Was this the same grandma?
Same. This wasn't Cardigan Gran.
But both your grandparents were in Scotland.
No, this one was in Barbados.
Okay, because I'm fairly sure you just said that you were in Scotland.
No,
is it Scotland, Barbados?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bay, Scotland Bay in Barbados, and it was just a great time. And
What was your grandma doing out in Barbados?
I think she was hiding from the law.
From the law?
Yeah, which is related to kind of my kind of story.
Why would you? Don't
Well, it turns
Barbados
out,
have an extradition treaty?
She had murdered someone.
She'd murdered someone.
It was a crime of passion.
Yeah.
Basically, she
really passionately hated.
well, she made love to a person.
Yeah.
Who wasn't my granddad.
Right.
And the loving was quite vigorous, and she just snapped his penis off.
And he died.
And first off, it was stuck inside her for about 3 days, and for her it was quite a hard decision. A hard decision. Should she get it removed, or once she gets removed, should she keep it? Maybe some sort of like a natural dildo.
Right.
But
yeah.
she kind of decided
A
that she would get it
natural dildo.
removed. But the bloke, we don't even know his name.
No.
We call him Dickless.
Yeah.
He bled out.
It's not murder though, is it?
Well, she
Did
killed,
she do it intentionally? She clamped tight.
We found lots of contraptions in her
She was
garage.
giving birth.
No contraptions.
Oh, okay.
I've had lots in the garage, which helped kind of strengthen her pelvic floor.
Right.
And her
To the
vagina
point that it
muscles.
could
sever
a man's penis.
Yeah.
And she just walked off,
Waddled off.
because
Yeah.
she didn't want to fall out, did
No.
she?
No.
And let him bleed out.
Let him bleed out.
Why?
She was trying. I have no idea
I haven't
why.
thought that far ahead.
But So I was
thought
over
about
at Soaring
motive.
Holiday, and we had no idea about this.
Oh yeah, you were just going to Barbados to see your grandma who murdered a man.
But I mean, we didn't know then she was hiding. Then, well, don't know why she went originally, but it turns out she was hiding. So
your mum said it was about tax fraud.
Me and my brother and my sister were all kind of playing in the garden, and then we found like a garage, and I went in there, and it's a big kind of not I was going to say a lettuce, not a lettuce. A sort of is that a woodpecker or something?
No fucking. Let's pause it.
So at my grand's house, me, my brother, and my sister, who I've never spoken about before, but it's got a sister.
Yeah.
We were playing in the
You spoke
garden.
about your sister before.
And then I found like a chest freezer in a garage. Opened it
full
up,
of dicks.
and there was basically like an object on a piece of piece of rope. So I was only like 4 or 5. So I put this rope around my neck.
Yeah.
And ran into a house. It's like, Mum, I've got a new necklace. Turns out it was more like a trophy, and it was a severed penis on a chain.
I think it was like long enough. You were wearing it like a boa.
Yeah, we went down to.
So she had the severed penis.
Yeah, just in a chest freezer on a chain, and I thought it was just a necklace.
Why?
It was a trophy. But
it's a trophy that she can't wear because
but then we found it, and then my mum
confronted her. What's this?
And she was like, "What should we do? What should we do?" And it's like, wow,
it's a bit late to reattach
really,
it.
we should.
Or is he bleeding out in the room?
He's
long gone.
He's long gone, but
long gone.
There were rumours about a man dying and not having a penis, and we found my penis in a freezer.
They're called women.
And we discussed for hours. Should we grass up on our gran, or should we continue getting apple pies?
You were 5 at this point.
Yeah, I was quite clever. But eventually,
brothers and sisters, younger,
older, and younger.
Okay,
one of each.
One of each. So even the younger one, who was 4, at the most, was involved in
she was
discussing
fair.
whether to knock on your grandma for murdering a man by severing his penis.
But anyway,
did you go into detail? Did you?
We finally decided that we should
unanimous, you and the adults,
or granimous, but we should basically grass her up.
Yep.
And I'm just glad to say she got a stiff sentence.
Fuck off! That's outrageous. Was all that building to stiff sentence?
Only the last couple minutes. I thought of it.
It was very good.
It was right just before I said it.
Probably my top 5th hardest decision was whether or not to sort of assist suicide my grandma.
Was she a kind of like a sex murderer as well?
No, she was in robust health, but was a racist.
You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
Oh yeah, I think it's always good. You can just like if you had like a dog which bit people, you'd probably get it put down.
I mean, in all fact,
or send it off to South Africa.
No, actually, she was obviously very unwell in hospital. The life support was on. But my phone had 8% battery.
I say you messaging me, so I messaged you. And I sent you like a video.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, "Have you watched it yet?" It's like, "No, my phone's dying. I can't watch it." And I remember you saying, "What should I do?" You sent a photo of
still
a pug,
able to reply,
and it said, "Do not remove." And I was like, "I'll just take it." I said, "Jokingly, take it out." And then
so that was probably.
And then like you phoned me straight away as soon as you plugged it in, and there's this loud beep, like a solid beeping for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And the panic of those nurses.
Me blocking the door so the nurses couldn't get in.
So you could charge.
Can't talk right now, mate. So that one was pretty bad. My 4th hardest, probably the same thing with my granddad.
I don't remember that one.
No, he was very ill for a long time. My other grandma, the one that was in Barbados, was very much into sort of homeopathic treatments, stuff like that. Oils.
Is that when you make people gay?
Yeah. No, so he used sort of oils and things, natural oils.
Like massages?
Yeah, he went downhill very quickly after that.
So he didn't get a happy finish?
He was Dutch.
Which is good in restaurants. He always pays his share.
Does double Dutch mean you will pay your share?
Going Dutch, yeah.
Going Dutch,
yeah.
What double Dutch mean? I saw an advert and it seems suggestive.
Double Dutch, it's like, I don't know.
If you know, write in. If you're Dutch, get in touch.
Yeah.
Because maybe a great feature idea
maybe
now.
Over lunch.
Yeah,
just like lunch.
Over lunch.
We
don't want to become too dependent on features again, though. They were a bit of a crutch.
Yeah.
So yeah, have you got
a 4th? Far too much.
Have you got a 4th hardest decision?
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, there was a time where I was. Oh, this is actually there was a girl who I was at school with, who was a couple of years younger than me.
Of course.
So she was in brother's year, and she was beautiful. And
I thought your sister was younger than you. Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Age is nothing but a number, isn't it?
Yeah.
As you tell the judge.
And I was like, I really fancied her.
Yeah. How old is she?
Well, I was at college, so she was.
You said
She
school?
was probably fifth. Well, I fancied when I was at school. I went to college.
Right. Yeah.
And then
So at 16, you fancied this 14-year-old.
17, so we'll say 17, 15.
Yeah, but you were in college at 17. If you fancied her in school, you would have been at most 16.
But anyway,
and she's 2 years younger than you, so at best she's 14.
I would have waited until
Oh,
the
good
right
of you.
time,
Good of you.
obviously. And
not.
I lent her a Green Day CD. It was Nimrod. She had it for like weeks and weeks. I kept saying, "Have it back," and eventually she gave me my CD back,
Yeah.
covered in kisses.
Right.
And even then, I didn't kind of think anything of it. I just didn't pick up
Just
the
a CD from a
signs.
15-year-old covered in kisses.
We went.
How do you know it was covered in kisses?
There was a lipstick all over it.
15-year-old wearing lipstick.
Went to this youth club thing, and we were camping away. I think it was in Bournemouth, and she was laying on the beach and asked me to rub oil into her back, and basically undid.
This 15-year-old.
This was when I was at college, so she was 16 then, and she
So you'd finished college because there's 2 years between you.
She then just she undid the strap.
Sorry, the 16-year-old.
And still, I didn't pick up on this. Didn't do anything. Went to university, came back from university, saw her in a pub, and she was like, when I was at school, college more.
Yep.
I really fancied you. Why didn't you ask me out? And that's my number 4 top regret.
And not asking her out.
Yeah.
And did you you gave her Nimrod,
Yeah.
which came out in 1997?
Yeah. I used to buy CDs from a shop. Which
How old were you in 1997?
I would only pay. Actually, I was 18 then.
18, so she was
16 then.
16.
Yeah. But
And you fancied her before that?
no.
Yes, you did. You gave her the CD in college when you were 17, and that was after you'd fancied her in school.
But I just wonder how I would have turned out.
Not well, mate. She was underage.
No, when she would have come of age.
But you spoke to her recently,
No, a few years back.
a few years back, and she
A lot of
said, "I
years
used to
back.
fancy you
Yeah.
in
I mean, I saw
college." So is she on the CD kiss? 'Cause I know this. I believe this is a true story because Leon told me this story the other day. But the CD coming back, was it covered in lipstick?
Yeah.
Like she kissed
She'd
it?
been kissing it. Yeah, it was like lip
Right.
marks.
Do you think maybe she just really fancied Billy Joe
No,
Armstrong?
well, I thought at the time, but I didn't think anything
At the
of
time,
it.
you thought she fancied Billy Joe Armstrong.
Maybe. So I dyed my hair green and
Yeah, got addicted to drugs.
got
And...
more dungarees.
No, that's common, Eileen. You're thinking of Dexy's Midnight
Yeah,
Runners.
yeah.
Easy mistake to make.
I don't know Aunt Eileen, and she hated that song because her husband was very literal, but loved the song. We'd go around there, and I'd assume he was always plastering because her face was just peppered in white
Like a
stuff.
plasterer's radio.
You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
How big is your family? It's
It's
there's a lot of
not so big now. A lot of them have died.
yeah.
Including my sister. That's why.
Is your grandma still
Talk
living
about
in
it.
Jamaica?
No.
What happened there?
She
Caught?
got put in prison.
Oh yeah, because you dobbed her in.
Yeah, because the crime was there. She went to prison there. Well, she said it was like a holiday.
When you found the
Severed penis.
severed penis on a chain
Yeah,
in a freezer as a trophy,
yeah.
did she just crumble straight away? Because now, when you see that, I don't know if your first thought is Grandma severed a man's penis with her vagina.
As a family, we were
Well,
huge fans of Morse and the Bill and Boone.
Yeah.
So we were versed on detectivism. So we did some detective work.
At the age of 5.
Yeah. I mean, you get police dogs. If police dogs can do something,
Was the Bill?
a toddler can.
Was the Bill and Morse and what was the other one? Boone.
Boone, yeah.
Boone. On the air in 1984.
I think so. Bill definitely was. Bill had been going for years. It was that and London's Burning were the peak of
So you found
drama.
this chain with a severed penis.
Yeah.
You went, this reminds me of an episode of Midsummer Murders.
Well, first of all, I didn't realise. I thought it was just a necklace. You know, I put it on. Look, like, Mum, look what I've got.
Look what I got from the freezer.
Yeah.
And so this penis was just in there.
Yeah.
On
the top.
So was it just frozen? It hadn't been not prepared.
No,
but,
it was
you know,
in
like a
like
mummy.
there was a bag of peas underneath it.
Underneath it, yeah.
It was in the pea section of a freezer, which makes
She
sense.
she alphabetised her freezer.
It's always like penis.
Had
Yeah.
she? Okay.
Yeah, you've got
That's a sign of a
asparagus at the start.
Yeah.
And it's beetroot.
Well, yeah.
And then cauliflowers. Jenny's one of each.
Severed clitori.
Dee was actually a dog.
Yeah. Or Dick.
No, well, no, she's quite.
She had a
formal.
dog in the freezer
Even
as
though
well.
Even though she killed a man using her vagina.
Yeah.
She still had.
Why?
Morals.
Why did she do it?
I don't know.
She's to this
Don't
day
know.
she's held her tongue. She won't admit to anything.
No.
Does she admit she did it?
She says she's done it.
Yeah, she
Or
says
did
I
it.
did do this, but she doesn't say why.
No, and
It's a
that's
bit of a
why she
tease.
got a stiffer sentence, because the
'Cause
judge, he found it quite hard to swallow what she was saying,
can imagine.
and it was just, I mean, there were claims that the evidence had been engorged.
That doesn't work, does it?
No, not really.
Why did she flee to Jamaica?
I didn't make her.
No, but why though? Because she had the body, the coxless.
Oh no! I mean, when I say she fled, she'd gone there years before, just
Right.
for, like a holiday.
She killed him in Jamaica.
She'd met a bartender,
So it was a black man.
fallen in love. I don't know. I mean,
He was, wasn't it? It's a Jamaican
he
bartender.
could well have been.
Yeah,
But they fell in love, got married,
yeah,
had a house,
yeah,
swimming pool,
yeah.
a shed.
How old was he?
We've had a
How old was
greenhouse. I don't know. I
Were
never
you-
met him.
Your grandma was convicted of murder on your testimony, and you didn't stick around to listen to the details about the man.
Well, no, I
she
was only
murdered.
5. It was nap time.
Yeah, you were 5 then.
And like, in my going to court.
Did your mum go into great? She was like, James, your grandma's going away for some time. Is it because of the penis thing? Yeah. So what she did was she trained in her garage to make her vagina so tight it could sever a man's penis, James.
I mean, she
It
then
could sever it,
she did
James.
sell the rights to. This is why my mum's got. Recently bought a helicopter.
Yeah.
Because she sold the rights to the for film rights a few years back, and eventually they made a film called Teeth.
Right.
Which, as I said, was more plausible, basically having a set of teeth in a vagina.
Yeah.
But basically, my mum got a chopper from the chopper.
God. Oh, I feel like I'm bleeding out now.
I think a bird and what just shat that's next to the table. I saw the thing plop down.
Oh, yeah, there.
It could have been you.
Marvellous.
It could have been you.
That's its critical response to that pun.
Even nature hates it.
Yeah.
I also want to say I admire that your plum tree is still covered in plums.
Yeah.
So I was here last week and there's plums on it. And if I lived here, I would just be out every morning with my pants, just plumbing the tree. I'd be getting all the plums off into my mouth and just taking all the plums, and
Yeah.
you'd have no plums left.
That's why you're not allowed to live around this area, though, isn't it?
One of the
Because
reasons,
of the school.
Yeah. No.
One of the reasons.
I'm scared of eggs.
Yeah, a lot of eggs.
It's a terrible. I mean, I always come here, and I was always, I enjoy it. I like the red brickwork and the tower.
Yeah.
And then it's just, I always have that fear.
The tower?
The tower. The mental health tower.
Oh, right, yeah, the old
But
hospital.
I always have this fear that I'm going to be just accosted by gangs of kids
Yeah.
hurling eggs they bought from Tesco's.
What do the kids look like?
Probably have hoodies on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do they look like, though?
Just children.
What sort of...
It's kind of ranging between 12 and 18. There's always one who's a bit taller than the rest.
Yeah.
And probably shouldn't be with them.
It's normally you, isn't it?
No.
You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
Met a homeless man named Rich.
Ooh, it's
He
ironic.
wasn't. Brilliant. It's good. Little clash of punchlines there.
You're listening to Jim and James Chew the Cud.
Some people wouldn't say it was a hard decision,
Right.
but it was at the time.
Yeah.
and it's like I really wanted a burger, but it was a pizza was also available, and I thought, which one do I get?
Yeah.
It was a 4-cheese pizza, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could have had a 4-cheese pizza with extra cheese and sausage.
So a 5-cheese pizza with sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would have been, it was £8, and it was a big one, and it's known worldwide for being, it's like kind of top tier pizza place.
Where's this?
It's around the corner.
Around the corner from you? From where
here.
you live?
Yeah. Yeah.
From where you live?
Yeah. It's called La Pizza Shop.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's called a pizza shop, and underneath it said, "Who wants a piece of the action?"
Is it not Monsieur Kebab's pizza place?
No, but there's a burger place opened up, and they were doing a triple stacked steak burger.
Yeah.
With everything.
With everything.
For like for like £5.
Right.
And so I can get one or the other.
Includes everything.
It was amazing. It's like open day offer.
Yeah,
and
so
you got
included
a can
everything.
of Coke as well.
So it included a pizza.
Oh, it was just amazing. No, you didn't get a pizza. You got kind of all the burger stuff.
You said everything.
So,
I don't like lying.
I spent hours trying to work out which one I would go for, and I decided I'm going to go for a burger. So put in the order, or tried to put in the order. It sold out.
Oh wow!
It was open day offer.
Yeah.
Limited stock.
Mental.
So
it wasn't in the end a hard decision.
I then phoned the
was it?
The pizza place.
It wasn't a hard decision.
I ordered a pizza from there, and noticed I'd tried because again I'd run out of dough.
So they'd run out of dough.
So
this pizza place.
I spent hours.
Was the pizza place opening day? Offers?
No.
Was it? They just.
It was like I think when KFC changed their suppliers.
Yeah.
Or for delivery people.
Yeah.
They basically they ran out of chicken for weeks. It was like that.
So this place had run out of dough for weeks.
Well, no, it was like the first. I had run
this
out.
was just coincidentally the first day. Probably why a lot of people went to the burger place actually thinking about it.
Because I spent so long agonising. It was agonising.
Yeah. Probably because you were really hungry as well.
I didn't get any.
You didn't get anything at all.
No.
So that pizza place only sold pizzas.
Yeah.
And that burger place only sold that one burger.
Because opening day, only sold one burger.
On the opening day, they just sold one burger. Come in and look at our range.
No, I think what we're doing.
You can have this burger, or you can fuck
focusing.
off.
So like one day you can have like the triple stacked kind of steak burger, and the next day you can have
a double stack
vegetarian mushroom.
So they only sold one type of pizza a day.
Burger a day.
One type of burger
for the first 5 days.
For the first 5 days.
On that weekend, they then introduced the full range.
Makes no sense, does it?
It does, because they wanted
it doesn't
get as many people to try these foods.
Yeah.
But then they ran out. So.
But what about the vegetarians? They have to wait till Wednesday. Yeah. They have to wait till Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then the people that went,
the
people on Monday who went, oh, that pizza was amazing. I'll have another one tonight.
Burger.
They go, that burger. Yeah, it's got to be accurate, this story. That they go, that burger that I had last night, that was amazing. I'll have that again tonight. Yeah. Oh, I'm really sorry. Now it's falafel. Oh, you have to wait till Saturday.
Yeah,
when we're going to, for some reason, just start selling everything.
But then for next week, everything was every day. So
yeah, but for the first 5 days,
I've had the burger since. I had to wait a week for it. Well, 5 days for it. But it was, it was good. It was good.
But you had to wait a week.
I mean, I did get other stuff in the meantime, but not on the day.
You didn't starve yourself for 5 days.
No, that would, I'm not bulimic or anorexic.
Even they eat, don't they?
They do. They do.
You're thinking of African kids.
Kids from Exmouth.
Was the burger worth it?
Yeah.
It was. This burger that you said was world renowned.
But I then had to pay the full price for next week, so I missed out on it.
How much was the full price?
£24.
When was this?
2 years ago.
Wow. £24 for a takeaway burger.
No, it was eat-in. I ate in.
Why did you have to call up?
No, the original day I was planning to have it as a takeout.
But yeah, so you can have the £24 burger as a takeaway.
Yeah, but if I won't pay that much, I'm going to get them just to serve.
You want to sit in and
So, and you also got unlimited drinks.
Yeah.
Which is obviously you can't really do if you're taking it away.
For 24
Unless
quid,
you just
you'd
take
expect
like
it,
a
wouldn't
case
you?
of Pepsi with you.
Yeah, but I mean, for 24 quid, it's and with chips.
I was saying, have you eaten out to save the kind of high street yet?
No, not since Michael Douglas got throat cancer.
Yeah, I was going to say I tried eating out
Yeah.
on Tuesday, but police said you can't do that in Dixon's.
Dixon's. In Dixon's.
I was going to say mothercare.
I knew it, right? But also, mothercare doesn't exist anymore. I knew. As soon as you said Dixon's, I knew it was because you had something else that you just went last second. I can't say mothercare. I can't say I was eating out in mothercare because you're a misogynist. Because mums don't need good loving.
I have gone to a world-renowned kind of
everything is
racist
world-renowned
pub.
The Duke of York.
No, just Wetherspoons in general.
Okay.
But I like it. So you go there, you pay next to nothing for food, and it's all good. So my original plan on the Tuesday, so I was off work. Tuesday, was to go into town about kind of 10ish.
Same time Sean Connery goes to Wimbledon.
And get like a breakfast with extra stuff. And I was going to pay what I would usually pay because obviously it's half price kind of stuff. So I was going to spend like at least £10 on stuff. I got all these extras and drinks.
Yeah.
And then I was going to then go into town, get some shopping, then go back and have dinner. But after I had my breakfast, I went shopping. Then thought I need to shit, so I just had to go home. I didn't have my dinner. But then on Wednesday, I thought, yeah, it's actually breakfast quite nice. Let's do it before work. And there's something about Wetherspoons going there before work.
Yeah.
For a start, don't tell Leon, because he was loudly telling people I've been drinking since 9. And I was like, you do know I had a pint of Pepsi. You can't be saying that. He's like, yeah, no, but I'm not factually incorrect. I say, yeah, but if you say I've been drinking since 9, people will assume I've been drinking beer or alcohol.
Yeah.
He didn't see it that way.
He did see it that way. He knew full well.
He knew what he was doing, but he wouldn't acknowledge it, and he just kept shouting out, "I've been drinking since 9." And again, I had to do like full English with extra stuff, and they had run out of mushrooms and hash browns and tomatoes, so they felt that a good exchange was an extra sausage.
That's not bad.
I was missing 3 hash browns, 2 tomatoes, and a load of mushrooms.
Okay, that's not so great.
But I also had, I added extra bacon and black pudding as well.
Great.
Glorious. Then we got to work, and I shit so much during the day.
My second hardest decision is probably turning off the life support from my other granddad.
How many granddads have you got?
2.
Well, still, because they're all dead now, aren't
No, they're all dead now, but...
So you
2.
had 2.
Yeah.
I caught you out there, didn't I?
No, not at all.
I said, how many do you have? And you said 2.
Oh, yeah, when they bury the survivors.
I put it to you, Jim Kerson, you're guilty of not murdering your grandparents.
I don't think assisted suicide is murder, is it?
Well, it's not legal in this country yet, is it?
I didn't say they were in this country, did I?
Where were they?
Switzerland.
Oh, that's handy. You did go by Viva?
Saga. There's a Saga cruise over there, all 4 of them, because I haven't got to the other one.
I wonder now, because like how on trains, if you buy a single ticket, it's like £3 for a journey, but if you buy a return, it's £3.10.
Yeah.
So that's the same now with cruises to Switzerland. Saga are offering £1,000 for a one-way trip to Sweden, Switzerland. And people years ago, it's like, why would we do that? Not emigrating.
Yeah.
But now they have.
Maybe you're going to go check on the Nazi gold that your family's been hoarding.
We go to Ibiza to party, and young people like yourself, and then there's older people will go to Switzerland to die, and one day will that be you see like there'll be a strip of this gangs of old people on scooters just racing around this kind of going for the pubs, doing like a pub crawl, then ending up at that place and just going to their forever home.
On that, because I don't know what to do with that, I think a lot of old people in care homes would be in support of assisted suicide. So COVID-19 every cloud.
Yeah, I mean, it's potentially. I mean, these aren't my views. These are views of people I've read on the internet.
Yeah.
It can be used to solve the housing crisis. Let it tear through kind of urban areas. People die.
Yeah.
Then the houses have to be sold, make them cheaper.
Yeah.
And also solve the pension crisis. So people who be drawing pensions won't be, because instead they're underground.
So you're saying,
but at the same time,
COVID isn't all bad news.
Well, sometimes you need to try and see
the positives.
Always
look on the bright side of life.
Yeah. As Monty Python.
Eric Idle.
Yeah. At school, because his reports were always really bad, because he didn't need to do anything. Never noticed him. And the teacher was always write Eric Idle, and there'd be a person who would, and nothing after it.
Yeah.
We all knew who Eric was, and the person who basically collated all the reports just assumed Eric. Every kind of class just said Eric Idle, and it's just like, oh, he's so lazy. So for years he failed school.
I mean,
strike two.
Strike two on that one, because not only was the pun so obvious within seconds, you stuck with it for far longer than I was expecting. It's very admirable, actually. I respect that, and I'm going to keep that in. That was good. I enjoy that. You have two more, I have one more. We have to finish a top 5. I asked friend of Marillion for some ideas. Joan Chordy. Cat or dog, tea or coffee, trousers or shorts, jazz or blues, cold drink from Costa or a hot one.
He's just phoning it in, really.
Yeah, he's really just phoning it in. It's annoying because I'm not allowed to talk about Sophie's Choice. I was told that this morning when we were going through ideas. You can't use Sophie's Choice. You're always going to Sophie's Choice. Because Sophie's Choice is obviously a good film. Sophie's Choice 2 is really easy, isn't it? I guess it'll have to be that one.
Many years ago, I became friends with a man called Reginald.
You make this so easy. How old were you?
Oh, I don't know, but it was a long time ago.
How old was Reginald?
Reginald Dwight.
Reginald Dwight?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I became friends with him, and started to write songs with him. And we were trying to basically. He had an idea for a song, and it was "Something is the hardest word."
Yeah.
And he had no idea what word could be the hardest word.
Yeah.
Nothing kind of rhymed or anything. So initially we had like lemon, didn't work. Melon didn't work.
Sorry, because it doesn't rhyme.
Yeah. They rhymes with each other really, but very silly ones. Crash was the hardest word, and it's like no. We spent hours deliberating.
Yep.
I came up with an idea.
Yep. If you say...
Apparently it had already been used. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, yes, that's it. And our hard decision became sorry is the hardest word. What have I got to do to make you love me? What have I got to do to make you care?
Oh, God.
What do I do when the lightning strikes me? And I wake to find that you're not
people
there.
Listen to this now, don't they?
That's Elton John's song, yeah. So I get royalties for that.
So you were Bernie Taupin?
No, I'm still me.
But you were just a child. Hang on, right.
I was like some sort of savant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fact check.
Don't need to. Don't need to. So you're gonna trust me?
Oh yeah, no. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm not looking at who wrote it. Just looking at when it came out. Right. You were a child savant. Which means what?
I was
a very clever child.
Yeah.
According to this, mate, it was released in 1976.
No, but I did a remix. She wanted to make it more modern. And basically I was like 3 or 4.
Right, so
Just before Barbados.
so in 84,
Yeah.
83,
1984, yeah.
Elton John contacted you
Yeah. I was
for
known
some reason.
for my my poetry.
Yeah,
And
so then
songwriting skill.
right, okay, so your songwriting skills. So he brought you into in 1984. In 1984, make the song "Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word" more modern.
Yeah.
What did you contribute?
Well, we spent hours doing it. Then we kind of, after my
You went leave it at "Sorry, mate." You can't improve on "Sorry."
pretty much. It was, I said something, and we realised.
So what was the
that,
decision?
Sorry.
But that was already the song, wasn't it?
But what the decision was
So when you say he
decision was
wanted to
there.
modernise it, he wanted to change the lyrics.
Well, he was saying "soz, mate."
So he was saying "Soz, mate."
Yeah.
And you were going, look,
It's not,
Elton,
it's 2 words.
Elton,
You can't do that. It's
you can't
2
do
words.
that. Yeah.
It's factually, if you want to change it to "sorry," "soz, mate" is the hardest 2 words. And go with it.
Yeah.
But then you use more printing.
But then that
costs,
doesn't flow, does it?
No,
Now with the
no.
music.
And it took a 4-year-old child to point it out to him.
Yeah.
But it was a hard decision from him.
How did he get in touch with you?
I think it was through the Cardigan stuff.
Right, through the Cardigan stuff. So
Yeah.
Elton John was getting he saw a child in
the
a
Cardigans. All,
hang on, no, he saw a child in a cardigan catalogue and thought, I bet. And what was there a poem of yours next to each fucking photo?
I think what it is.
Here's James, awesome
the
collection.
Cardigans were very
To be or not to
very
be.
highly priced.
Yeah,
It's like thousands of pounds for a
fucking
little bog
cardigan.
standard cardigan. But each
For a bog
cardigan
standard cardigan.
had like a child's
Pounds.
name. But each one had like a child's name.
What?
So I think you obviously know that thing about that urban myth about the which we didn't mention. It didn't make the cut on previous kind of.
But you put
podcast.
you name a piece of furniture after a girl.
Yeah.
On that website.
Yeah.
Right. So in your
My other brand's
in your
cardigan
catalogue, even though you're in it several times, you've got different names because each
Turns
cardigan.
out, yeah. It wasn't always me.
It says like Peter.
£8,000.
£8,000.
Yeah.
And Elton John saw that and bought you. So your grandma, who again at this time,
Well,
just calling back to last week, you didn't know about the catalogue. Your mum didn't know about the catalogue. So your
found
grandma,
out stuff historically.
your grandma comes along and just, I need to take you to London for a bit, James.
Watford.
To Watford.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And you're going to work with Mr. Elton John.
Yeah.
And you go, fantastic.
Yeah.
Because you're known for your poetry anyway.
I mean, it's also.
As well, don't forget, that was your initial
I was
reason.
also like quite.
Don't forget, that's your initial reason that Elton John got in touch with, because of your poetry.
And I was also quite a small child.
Yeah.
And I came like a muse to him, and he used to like sing his songs, and some would say I was tiny. And I would just dance.
Fuck.
I would dance and dance and dance, and then he wrote the song "Tiny Dancer."
Yeah.
It's about me.
And then there was that time you had an argument on a Saturday night.
Yeah, that was quite. I mean, one time I brought a rocket, but then I sold that to Elbow. I think it was a better song. The Rocket Man is a great song, but I was only a child.
So you also wrote, or inspired many
popular culture, a lot of things, films, songs.
Oh, not just Elton John then.
Apocalypse Now is actually about me as a child, trying to go into town. My friend died on a boat.
That came out in 1979. It's interesting that you decided to tell a story about you working for Elton John, but it didn't have to be Elton John, and it didn't have to be a song that was from before you were born.
Well, remixes.
You were still
modernising it.
I love your story. You just implausibly aged yourself.
He was thinking.
Every story kind of is believable until you reveal that your age is wrong.
He went through a phase in the kind of mid '80s, early '90s of doubting all his songs, and he wanted to.
You worked for him for a decade.
He was very right on, very PC. He was woke before woke was a thing.
Yeah.
And he wanted to kind of basically make all his songs woke.
Yeah.
And like Rocket Man, he was thinking of changing it to Rocket Person. because he didn't want to just.
Yeah, so but that's done. Boom, that's in the can.
He's done
Doesn't need someone to change.
Then he's
hired to do
but
it.
Even he was like, I'm going to rewrite these. And I just explained to him, no, your songs are perfect. Don't change them. They're pieces of art. They're snapshots they're photographs of the paintings of time.
They're songs,
Audio paintings.
They're recordings, aren't they? Yeah.
And luckily he saw sense.
Yeah. So what was he?
I think we should move a mic over there and try and catch a bloke singing. It's only got a studio guest. But yeah.
Elton John, you worked with Elton John for a solid decade, all stemming from your work as a cardigan model, which sounds like Elton John was buying you because he thought.
No. I mean, obviously you've got that sort of mind, so you straight away you go down the disgusting route of kind of sex, kind of pests.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the cardigan catalogue was basically. It was called. I think it was called Muses.
It wasn't. It was called Grandma's.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, there was like editions once a year, and it was just like.
There was an edition, a special edition catalogue. Special edition catalogue called Muses.
Yeah.
Which had poetry and.
Just photos of kids dancing.
And photos of kids dancing.
Which doesn't really work in photographic kind of stuff.
No, it just looks.
Because you just do a pose.
No, you can tell.
Spin to your next pose.
Yeah, I mean.
Basically dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah. All while wearing cardigans. The cardigans are gone at this point.
Yeah, I mean it was too hot for cardigans.
You're topless now.
Watford was very hot, and he gave me a football kit.
Yeah.
So.
Trapless.
I mean, when you were at school, did you have like safety videos? You called into a room and basically shown a video about like pylons.
No, mate.
No, because when I was at school, it's like it's like fears.
Yeah.
I often think I said before I was terrified of asteroids and crossbows.
Right.
In separate things.
Crossbows, I understand. Asteroids.
It was
two very specific fears.
Anglia News actually kept having basically spates.
Hardest decision: would you rather be shot with a crossbow, or hit by an asteroid?
I think shot with a crossbow because there's a good chance you'll live.
Right. Yeah. But if you if an asteroid hits you at 80 miles an hour, there's a 20% chance they'll live.
I'm gone. They come from outer space. But there's things which you are afraid of for no, basically, or you think they're going to be a far bigger deal when you're in your life than what they are.
Yeah.
And maybe we should hold it for another episode because it's actually really good.
No, let's just keep going.
Lions and tigers.
Yep.
You're led to believe from reading all the stories and history books that you would be an explorer.
Stop. No.
You'd be going down kind of like the Amazon.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
You'd be eaten by a lion or a tiger. Whoever apparently lived there. But it was a fear.
Was it?
And
how many stories involve an explorer being eaten by a lion or a tiger that you were exposed to as a child?
What's the name of that place which all ships and planes go down in?
The Bermuda Triangle.
That's the one.
There are no lions and tigers in the Bermuda Triangle.
That's another. I always thought that was going to be a huge deal in my life, and it's like, even if you're going to be me dying, people I know
I know. Like when I first found out about the Bermuda Triangle as a child, I thought that would just be the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah. And then it turns out it's really not.
Yeah.
And all
the Mary Celeste.
And with that, I think all it is because it's basically it's a point. It's where it's basically it's a point between.
It's just one
Europe
of the busiest
America.
shipping lanes in the world,
but it's a busy point, and where it is, it's kind of on the edge of kind of safe operation, or at the time, so ships were kind of having to.
But I think even that it's because I think it's the busiest shipping lane. Because relative to the number of vehicles that go through it, it's no more dangerous than any other place. It's just there's a lot more that happens there. Well, I thought that
and ghost ships.
Ghost ships.
You assume ghost ships are going to be like a thing, and
do you see yourself as a pirate as a child?
I don't think so.
No.
But you just assume you'd be exploring, or like kind of. I think probably I read books which were.
I think you just believe too much. You think you're going to be like a Tudor as well.
No. I knew about that. I knew that wasn't going to be a case.
Yeah.
And cannibals. You assume cannibals would be a thing as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're not really.
That's true. I thought being hit by cars would be a bigger thing in my life because there was just a lot about that.
So yeah, we used to get
I was never approached by strangers
no,
either.
it's
Gutted.
disappointing.
Yeah.
About my self-esteem. Because they're saying you're like kids now.
It's not all about you, is it? It's
You're
about,
like,
you
be
know,
on
what
the
about
internet.
yeah.
They'll read about how all these kids are being non-stop.
Yeah.
But they're not. And
self-esteem.
yeah,
Even if you don't want to, just flirt a little.
I think just don't print it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then kids won't know.
Yeah.
And won't know. They won't care.
What else was a sort of a bigger?
But we had so we'd watch videos. So like, you can
I'll tell
imagine
you
like
what,
electric
sorry,
pylons.
the water cycle.
Mm.
I thought the water cycle was going to be instrumental in my life
Well,
because
it
I learned
probably
about
is
it
in a
for
way.
3 years. Yeah,
But
but
you
I
don't,
don't
you
need to know
don't
about.
need to.
I've also never needed to know about like the feudal system.
Or maths.
Yeah, I used to use
No, when you
trigonometry. Guess out.
when you like wrote down your answers, you had to do all workings out as well because you would have a calculator in your pocket. Turns out you do, waving my phone at you.
Outrageous, isn't it?
I mean, it's got everything in it.
There's the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell. That's it.
Oxbow lakes,
Yeah, osmosis, offshore drift,
groins.
You know, I don't need any of that.
No.
I need my groin, but I don't. Urban redevelopment. It's they put houses there. Cool.
And we're also all led to believe we'd all own businesses. Everyone has a shop.
Yeah.
Never happens.
Most of the people I went to school with work in shops.
Yeah. We don't
own them though.
It's all about sole traders and things like that.
A lot of people I went to school with went on to be estate agents. Fucking bastards. I just don't think they were nice estate agents.
No. I mean, a lot of my friends are paedophiles, and it's pretty better.
Yeah, it's not a career though, is
agents.
it? It's a life choice.
Yeah. Well.
It's a lifestyle. Less said about that, the better, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, I'm Ed Sheeran.
And I just want to take a moment out of your day to discuss flirting with children. Everyone wants to feel nice, and most of the time you'll try and do that, like with Sandra at the office or Tyrone at the coffee shop. And if they flirt back, you feel good. You feel noticed and seen. It's just a nice, harmless thing. So why not children? There are no laws against flirting with children. It's just sort of frowned upon, like not indicating or eating a pizza with a knife and fork, or running 35 in a 20 outside of school. If they should be in school, they should be in school, and they wouldn't be hit by cars. Basically, good science-ness has shown that feeling attracted can boost the esteem and metabolism of the recipient. Today, the world faces an epidemic of childhood obesity. By flirting, and thus improving the metabolism of the child, they are 1. More likely to grow up confident, and 2. Be able to outrun paedophiles. Thank you for your time. Again, it's me.
I'm Ed Sheeran.
I did geography at school, and I can't tell you where anything is, but I can tell you what his population density looks like on a colour scale. That's really it. I know a lot about the Treaty of Versailles, which comes in use with day-to-day dealings.
When you can
the lead up to World War One.
We had like a Norman fort quite near us called Mount Fitchett.
Yeah.
So we'd often go there, and so as kids we'd have our lunch, and half of us will stand at the top of a hill, the other half will stand at the bottom, and run up.
Duke of York's furious.
And the ones at the top would be pushing them down. And kids would break their legs and arms.
Yeah.
There's one really tall bloke, he even had a beard as a child, ridiculous size.
You sure it just wasn't a man that was following your class?
He basically grabbed a girl and just started swinging her around.
Right.
And then just tossed her off over the fence. She broke both her arms.
Yeah.
That's actually a true Leon story.
Okay. The further adventures of Leon.
But it was a boy, not a girl.
The boy had pigtails.
He tossed the boy's arms and I think he spun him round.
He tossed the boy off.
And tossed the boy off. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, possible title there: Leon tossed the boy off over a wall. The hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life was probably turning off my grandma's life support.
Wow. How old were you for this one?
Well, actually, all 3 happened in the early 90s. And
So you were a young child.
All children are young, aren't they?
You were given. So like, I mean, some you took their lives by unplugging things. And,
Yeah, that was
like we can hear. I mean, I imagine you were having discussions with the nurses. And...
No, they left the room.
Oh.
They left the room to get some water.
So again, it was another murder.
No, it's not murder. And she just sort of grabbed my hand, and I was like, you know, you're all right. She was like, no, I'm not, obviously. I'm in the hospice. And I was like, I know, but I don't know what else to say. And she was like, just shut up then. And she just said...
when you kissed?
No, not that easy. And she just said, like, you know, she's just let me die. Let me die. And I said, well, I mean, can't you wait 5 minutes? I mean, it's not looking good anyway. She was like, no, I can't. It's unbearable agony. And we spoke about it for a little while, and she died. Yeah, I was stood on the oxygen tube by accident. So, and then then everyone came rushing in and sort of going, oh no, she's died, and you know, that was sort of it really. She's 29.
She was 29.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Wow, it's no age for a grandma at all.
It's not.
No.
It isn't. But it's because the child she had, it wasn't through choice. She was very young. It's my
was it Jesus?
Great granddad. So you know.
How great was your granddad?
Great at building basements.
Good.
Soundproofing and stuff. So yeah, just sort of that one. Really, that was a difficult decision, you know, because 4 times is unfortunate.
I mean, like, space a couple of months.
No, I think 94 there was a couple, 95 and then 2000 and 2010. That one was a
getting early.
That was a little different. So it was the hammer.
So I mentioned before on the show,
right?
I used to work in a petrol station, and
I think actually this is possibly you've mentioned that in one of our most successful bits ever.
So I think we need to kind of go back to it.
Go back to mine that for more gold. Always go back. That's what they say.
So we all know what happened. I was standing at the counter. An old lady came in, and she'd bought a bag of
She was buying some mints from me.
Yeah.
You don't look at me to tell you, because she did it every week.
She came in, and you know, she passed me it. Went to get the fags for her.
Yeah, Benson ideas.
Had stuff in my hand, and a car came through.
Yeah.
Exploded her, and I was just there with basically her handbag was on the floor.
Yeah, little trolley.
She wasn't. Bits of her were inside me, which is weird.
Sorry?
Bits of her were inside me.
Yeah, normally it's the other way around, isn't it?
So I, stood there, and then it's like, as if I know before I said I didn't phone an ambulance straight away.
Yeah,
I did.
But you said you turned around and started reading Loaded while the driver jacked off.
Well, that was my chat. That was my thing there.
You said you turned around and read Loaded while the driver jacked off.
That was my tough choice.
Left hand or right?
There were a number of magazines at the time.
Should I watch?
And so there was Loaded was there. There was a copy of Select, a copy of Playboy, and a copy
just
of
in this petrol station.
Yeah, basically people come up to counter.
Yeah.
Then thought I went
for their porn.
So they were all kind of like behind me, and then I thought, my number one decision was which magazine do I read?
The magazines aren't normally behind them, are they?
No, I said these are people who had basically they come up to buy them,
right?
And then I like scanned them. And like, actually, no, I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
So me walking down.
A lot of people changing their mind about magazines that day.
Yeah, or that week.
Well, no, because you put them back out.
No, not normally.
Not normally.
Or sometimes I'd go in and I'd get stuff.
You were a conscientious
employee.
To read,
and as I walked in the door, I'd grab some stuff off the shelf.
Yeah.
And put it behind.
So you copy a woman's own.
And so that was a tough decision. Or
what was?
which magazine I was going to read.
Right. Okay.
There's another time where, like, because they always had to have the shelves fully stocked.
The shop's fully shelved.
Yeah, always had to be fully stocked.
It's easy for you to say.
So it is like this offer, and it's always if you didn't have milk on the shelf,
Yeah.
you could basically claim a voucher for free milk next time. So to counter,
Is that true?
it's true. So to counter that, we always had far too much milk on the shelves, so we'd never have to give milk away free.
Well, you just keep an eye on the shelf.
At the same, well, it was just, I don't know.
It's not easier, is it?
Well, no, but they just ordered so much milk in.
Okay.
So it was always overstocked.
More of a milk station.
The same with pizzas as well. So often we have these pizzas, and it was like if you buy one get one free. It's always at offer.
In a petrol station.
Yeah.
Pizzas.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like we didn't make them. It's like, it's
Sorry,
like oven baked.
I was going to say when James said that we didn't make them, he was doing the hand thing like he was spinning dough in the air. Fine. So they were pre-baked pizzas.
Yeah, like frozen ones, and also had to have those in stock. Again, always way over ordered.
Because you didn't want to get that rush on pizzas from a petrol station on a Tuesday.
And there's also flowers. We always had like lots and lots of flowers in stock. And
for the road accidents.
It's always well over ordered. But what was really good with the over ordering, at the end of every shift, we could take whatever we wanted, which was, out of date or completely up to date, home with us. The thing is, I took the bus home, so I couldn't like take that much.
You couldn't steal that much from your employer.
So what I would do, I had to just decide: would I take 10 pints of milk or 12 pints of milk
every day?
Would I take 16 pizzas?
Do you think that's why they overordered? Because you lot were nicking them?
No. But I mean, there was a time when Nectar Points first launched, and
way back when,
and Smints were still quite inexpensive. And so then you'd get Pelhams for like 10p or 20p. So like paying £1 for something was a big deal. But then, like now, stuff's crept up, so you don't mind paying like 20p more.
When were Polos 20p?
Probably
just after the war.
But with our staff discount, we would get half price.
Right.
And with the Smints, because it was like a nectar promotion, you would get £1 worth of points for every pack of Smints you bought. So, in hindsight, which was probably mass fraud, I would buy a tub of Smints using my staff discount, 50p, and then claiming my pounds of nectar points, and then just keep buying it. And keep buying it. So
this is mass fraud.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go with like £100 every day in nectar points.
Was your hardest decision being a good person or not?
No, my hardest decision was, should I take home pizzas or flowers or milk?
Yeah.
Flowers are from my mum, so and also bread as well. Bread was one of those things.
For your mum as well.
If we didn't have bread in stock,
you were just stealing everything a petrol station sells. You're sticking in flasks full of petrol.
I never stole petrol. I have acquired. Red
a lot
Bull.
of newspapers, I imagine you stole.
No, but when it used to be in the papers, especially for weekends, you'd get free CDs, and you could then sell them on eBay for quite good
So
money.
You were stealing CDs from the Mail on Sunday.
Well, at the end of
Steve Wright's 10 Greatest Love Songs.
I say stealing it, but I say it was the end of the day. Being returned back to.
You say stealing because it's stealing.
Or Menzies it was actually.
Yeah.
And so I would take home 30 CDs from.
30 copies of
Rod Stewart's greatest hits.
Probably not even that good.
Well, it's got some good stuff.
No. No, Rod Stewart's great. I don't think they gave away Rod Stewart's greatest hits with the Mail on Sunday.
Oh, we'd have live concerts, so Oasis doing a live concert or something.
Yeah, you still would it be 30 of the same copy?
But this was before the internet was. You could really download kind of songs and stuff because the speed wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
So what you would do, you go into eBay, and just put up for sale, and because you couldn't get it all the time, and say Americans couldn't get these songs. They would be kind of paying £10 for a free CD.
I'm just going to see what sort of CDs are given away with the Daily Mail.
there was a Gorillaz one once. There was Stereophonics. There was a lot of kind of like Valentine's things. I mean, Guardian did it a lot, and yeah, I think a lot of papers did it.
Very cool that.
Yeah,
it's good. Good energy. Do follow us on Tinstagram,
yeah,
YouTube, etc. Or fire us an email at jnjchewthecud@outlook.com.
Or go on TikTok and search for Chew the Cud.
Fantastic. Okay, so I've probably checked that out. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was Jim and James Chew the Cud. What a lot of your time we have wasted. A Kerson Media production. Produced by Glenn Lopez. Music by Hilary Mice.
I quite enjoyed it.